everyone, welcome to another episode of Above the Fold. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different, and rather than launching into a makeup tutorial, I am actually going to be talking about some of my product shoutouts for the month or for recently. Just things that I've been really loving and I want to share with you guys, and perhaps I will think about expanding into more details about them in future videos as well. So if you haven't done so, please don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm constantly coming out with new content. A lot of it's not going to, I'm thinking about branching into diverse topics, so it's not going to be strictly makeup tutorials anymore. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing all this new content, I wouldn't want you to miss out on anything, don't forget to hit subscribe. So I think while getting started, I think it's more appropriate if I go ahead and change into some of these items I'm going to be talking about. So let's get started and change into these items. Okay, now that I'm back, I'm going to just launch into my product shoutouts for recently or for this month. So first thing I am currently wearing, I really love this French Connection Mozart ladder sweater. Here, let me see if I can show off more of it. But pretty much it is this gorgeous sweater with these intricate ladder stitch detailing across. It has like this funnel neck sweater and it's short sleeve, so I think it's really great for the transitional weather of spring into summer. It's kind of this awkward time where you don't know what to wear, whether you should err on the side of being super cozy and warm, or if you should go ahead and start wearing short sleeves. So it's a good combination, and I think it's great for this period of time. And I feel like this ladder stitch detailing is just so intricate, and it's kind of like this whole peekaboo look. So I think it's great. It kind of treads between both modesty and sexy. So it's just a very elegant and intricate piece that I've added to my wardrobe, and I've been really loving it and rocking it, especially in this weird transitional weather. So that is the first thing that I want to give a product shout out to. Second thing I want to, and also before I move on to the next thing, I also like how it's kind of slouchy and oversized silhouette. Those are the types of silhouettes that I gravitate towards. I just feel like they look very flattering on me. And second, I'm going to talk about these really cute earrings I'm wearing right now. They're these, I think they're called Celestial drop earrings from Lucky Brand again. I seem to be calling out a lot of Lucky Brand pieces. But what I love about these is that they have these very intricate detailing of stones on them, and they're just really simple yet elegant looking. And I really gravitate towards a lot of pieces that have this simple, understated elegance to them. So yeah, I've been really liking these as well. And they have this ethereal look and feel to them, which I love, and really goes well with a lot of the wardrobe pieces that I wear on a day-to-day basis. And next, I'm going to be talking about this really cute bag that I've been rocking a lot recently. It's the Furla Bella Bag. And what I love about this one is, first off, I am a huge fan of Furla brand bags. And just because I think they really represent affordability, yet they kind of mimic the look and feel of bigger and more expensive name brands such as Chanel and Gucci. So I think it's definitely the embodiment of affordable luxury. So that's why I really love a lot of their handbags and their pieces. So what I love about this one is I think it's actually the perfect size. This is crossbody size, and sometimes I don't want to really lug around this huge bag. So this is a great bag to use if you just want to take something on the go, but yeah, you don't want to lug around a big old tote. And I love the golden hardware on this and the push lock clasp opening. I think it's really elegant, and I also really like the chain strap as well. And you can actually fit quite a few things in here. Obviously, when you are using a smaller bag, you can't fit everything in the kitchen sink like you can with a tote bag, but you can definitely fit your wallet and all the essentials like your phone and your keys And they also have an additional pocket on the back. So I think this is a really great bag to look into, especially if you don't want to fork out a lot of money and purchase like a Chanel or Louis Vuitton or Gucci. Another item on the list that I've been really loving and I want to give a shout out to is my Lancome Oh My Shimmer lipstick. So funny story is I actually recently rediscovered it. I just unearthed it from my makeup bag and I realized it was something I hadn't been using for a while, and I'm actually currently wearing it right now. But what I love about it is it really gives me the early 2000s makeup vibe, throwback vibe. I feel like it reminds me of a lot of the frosted lipsticks and the metallic shadows and white creamy shadows that were in at that time. So every time I put it, it gives me this like, brings back and gives me this nostalgic vibe. So that's why I really like it. And I've actually been wearing it on repeat day after day. So yeah, I really like it. And I know that sometimes the frosted lipstick gets a bad reputation, but I think it definitely adds this light shimmer to your natural lip color, or at least this one does, because it's like a bronze color, and also has this dimensional effect, and it creates the illusion of fuller lips. So all in all, I really like this lipstick. I forgot I had it, but now that I have it, I've been wearing it on repeat day after day. And I'm thinking for a future video, I'm actually might be putting together a look complete with this frosted lipstick that really reminds me of early 2000s. So whether that be with some pastel shadows, or the whole metallic shadows along with the frosted lippy with the rosy pink cheeks. That's something that I'm thinking about, and stay tuned for something like that in the pipeline. But yeah, so, and the last thing I want to talk about is actually a literary read that I read recently. So one of my 2020 goals has been to just read more novels. I feel like a lot of times me and everyone else gets caught up in a lot of like day-to-day work, and you don't really take the time to, read more, especially leisurely. Like I feel like for me, I get caught up in reading a lot of books that are more technical in nature and more for work purposes. So I've been making it a point to read more novels of interest. So actually, the book I would recommend everyone to read is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. And actually, the funny thing is, I still do really like a lot of old classic movies. So the reason why I had heard about this novel is because I used to watch a lot of Hitchcock films, and I actually didn't get around to watching this one, but just the whole story was very intriguing to me, and it was always on the list of books that I wanted to read. So in short, without going into spoilers, and I'm thinking about actually making a full-blown video, just kind of commenting and going over my reaction to the book, just because I thought it was such a haunting read and very thought-provoking. Is in short, it's about a young unnamed woman who is coincidentally also the narrator, and she marries a wealthy older man named Maxim de Winter. And after having this whirlwind romance, they get married. He brings her back to his large country estate known as Manderley, and that's where she meets a host of characters, one of them being Mrs. Danvers, who reinforce the fact that the presence of his ex-wife, who is now deceased, is very much alive and casts a shadow over herself and over their marriage. So one thing I really liked about the book is I feel like there's so much symbolism that the author put in the book. Like there's so much meaning behind a lot of the plot lines and the actions. And even the fact that the narrator is unnamed, it really points back to the fact that she's a younger woman. She's very impressionable. She's still trying to find her identity. So what a better way to show that than not even give her a name as the main character of this novel. So, and also what I also really like is it definitely has a lot of Gone Girl vibes within the book. There's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of surprises, a lot of things are not as they seem. So it's definitely very suspenseful and very chock full of mystery elements to it. So it's definitely a very entertaining read. And actually, I couldn't even put the book down. I actually finished the rest of the book staying up late into like the early hours of the morning, just because I was so enthralled in it, and I had to know like what was going to happen. And I also think another good sign of a book is if you, after you finish it, it inspires so much thought that you actually go out and actively read other people's commentary. You want to see what other people thought about it. And yeah, so I think I highly encourage this read. And actually, when I was doing more research and just gathering what other people thought about the book, I read that a lot of this book was also a commentary about the author and her struggles with sexuality and inhibitions. So I think that's really interesting, and I'm even inspired to read it a second time just to see if a lot of those elements match the author's life story that I read online. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend the novel for everyone, and I am actually thinking about making a full-blown video just going over my whole reaction to it and questions that came up, and wanting to interact and get your guys' thoughts if you read the book as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, those are my 5 product shoutouts for the month. And stay tuned, I'll probably be making more as soon as I start gathering and accumulating things that I really like. So stay tuned for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks everyone. Bye.